Come on in the room. Whoa, come on in the room. Yeah, we got so much to talk about. Won't you come on in the room? Sing it, mama. Come on in the room. Whoa, come on in the room. Yeah, we got so much to talk about. So won't you come on in the room? Come on. How are we doing, Star Fam? Thank you for joining me yet again for another live. Guys, I have finally caught up on Love is Blind. Thank you for whoever asked me if I was going to review this, because I was just like, yeah, I want to review the new season. But then you were like, oh no, they have more episodes. Do they always do like 3 episodes for After the Altar? Or maybe they thought that this cast was so special that they needed to do more. But I did not know that they had more episodes. I had no idea. Denard said, we back, just like that. Hey, Dr. Rim. Hey, Blue Jay. Blue Jay said, I guess the Love is Blind tea is hot today because I just saw another YouTube covering it. What are the girls doing? Actually, no. I finally watched the new episodes for After the Altar. And I didn't know that they had any. I thought that it was done after the reunion, after that one After the Altar episode. And I was so bored. I was like, I'm not going to talk about this. But then I saw that they had more. And then yesterday, Mom, you're about to knock my computer over. What are you doing?
Did I do that?
You did. And then yesterday they announced the new cast. So we're just like, let's just talk about it all in one. Shamiko said, night again, loving the back-to-back lives. I love your reviews. And even though I don't comment much, sending love from St. Kitts. I would love for you to visit my little island, LOL. Maybe we can meet up. I would love it too. It's on the list. It's on the list. Hey, Miss Kaja Chose. Hey, Priscilla. Lauren said, I haven't been able to watch it live in a while since I'm in my last year of undergrad and student teaching. Congrats. So happy to catch one. I've been watching your videos in the morning while I get ready. Oh, thank you for being here, Lauren. Kayla said, Star Family Choir. I know that's right. Hey, Alicia. Hey, TT. Hey, Fifi. How are you? Hey, Jasmine. Hey, Nia. Nia said, like. Thank you. Sending you a Mama Star the best. Thank you so much. Miss Gigi said, I just watched you a Mama Star in Target. Way to go, Nikki. Thanks for speaking up. I honestly, I didn't think that they would do anything. And I actually went into Target ready. I was ready. So what Miss Gigi 88 is talking about is that on my Instagram at NikkiNicoleStar, I posted a video of the Black History Month display in my local Target. And when I had went there about a year or so ago, they didn't have anything. Like I had got there late because I was actually going to an event, and I wanted to like a black event. I was like black owned in LA or something like that. And I was going to their event, and I was running in Target because I knew that they had their Black History Month, shirts and all kinds of stuff. I just knew that they had it because that's just what I'm used to. Target having a huge Black History Month display. That's where I went to get like all my Pride stuff. So I just knew that they had the display, and I was like up and down because it's a 3-story Target. And I was up and down. I was like, where is it? Where is the Black History Month display? And so I actually called an associate, or not called an associate. I found an associate, chased down an associate, and I asked them about it. And they were like, oh, we don't have one. And I was like, huh? Listen, I come from a predominantly Black city, so stuff like that just shocks me. And then I moved to Atlanta, right? So it's like, hello. But LA is always a wake-up call. And I was like, oh, you don't have it? Target always has a Black History Month display. And she was just like, oh no, not every Target has it. Sometimes the Target will have like pick certain displays to have. Like you could always choose what you want to display at the Target. Like each store has a choice, and I had no idea. So I was like, oh, that's very weird. Can I speak to your manager? And the manager came over. It's actually the guy that I know. If you've been watching me from the beginning of the pandemic, you know that was a guy that was just like, Nikki, you got to go home. Like you just can't come and hang in Target. Like you have to buy what you have to buy, and then you just have to leave. Like you can't hang out here. So it was him. So I was like, what's up? And we were busting up for a second. And I was just like, so I just found out that you do not have a Black History Month display. And he was just like, oh yeah, because of the demographic of the neighborhood, Target just decided not to have one. And I was just like, but they have they were advertising all this Black History Month stuff. He was like, yeah, well, you can get it online, but we just do not have it in store. And I was just like, well, why don't you have it? I mean, I was just like, the demographic is changing in this area. It has been changing for a few years. And he was just like, well, nobody requested it. And I was like, really? So I requested, he was just like, well, you got to talk to corporate about that because we just can't make that. That has to come from corporate. So I got my stuff. I went home and I called corporate, and I was on the phone with them for like an hour. And I was just like, well, this is, I normally get my Black History Month things from Target, lying. But still, I was just like, I'm just shocked that you guys, were putting up a St. Patty's Day display and did not have a Black History Month display. And they were just like, oh, well, again, that Target, it was never requested. Normally, if one of our shoppers or enough of our shoppers request it, then we will do that. So I won't say that it's just me. There were probably a lot of other Black people in the area who made the same, request, and it was able to get done because I walked into Target and I was actually gagged. I have 3 Targets in my area. The closest Target to me, the display that they had was the biggest I had ever seen. It was huge. So I don't know how many of us made a request, but we made a request, and now there's a Black History Month display at my local Target. Your voice matters. Thank you, Miss Gigi88. Hey, Bree, we back again. But I knew they do After the Altar. I didn't know that they did so many episodes. Has it always been this? I thought that it was just one episode of After the Altar. Fifi said After the Altar for season 3 was unnecessary. They could have kept this one in the dress. Yeah, it wasn't interesting. I didn't learn anything new that I didn't already learn on TikTok. We will get into that. It's Latasha. What's up? Hey, Caroline, how are you? BB said season 4 of Love is Blind trailer came out. It looks good. It looks really good. We might have some Black love, some real Black love this season. Hey, JL. Hey, sup, people. Hey, love like you are. I think so far we only have one every season, right? Oh, do we have a successful marriage? No. Season 2, everybody broke up. Season 3, we only have we have 2. So yeah. But then again, it's still fresh for them, right? Season 2, we had like a lot, but then like as we got more and more into the year, like when the next season was coming out, everybody started breaking up. So who knows? Who knows? Oh, it's in Seattle with all them black people. Child, we everywhere. Miss Gigi said they really didn't need to do After the Altar. All the tea was already all over social media anyway. I hate that social media has taken away the mystery of so many things. True. They also need to get better contracts. Like your contracts are not ironclad, baby. Metamorphosis said, "Hey, Star Family and Nikki, done fell off of love. It's blind after the season finale, but I'm here." Me too. I didn't think that there were any more episodes until one of you guys told me. Hey, Tony. Tony said, "Hey, Star Fam, again, let's show Nikki some love and smash that like." Thank you, Tony. Fifi said, "My one question was, why didn't they include all of the tea and Nick Val got to be the one to interview Raven? Wrong move for Netflix, in my opinion." Yeah. I feel like they're learning, and I don't think we'll have the same mix up for the same hiccups for season 4. Hopefully. Lauren said Nick Val has been interviewing everyone from these Netflix shows. He is the first to get the tea every time. He's becoming a new reality Steve. Miss Gigi88 said, "I bought almost everything. Love the stuff they had this year." Me too. They had some great stuff. Tanya said, "Late but here. New season starts 3/24. Can't wait." We're gonna have that week is going to be a good week of new shows. It's going to be Love is Blind. We're also going to get Sister Husbands, right? I can't wait for that one. I can't wait for that one. Midwife K, it absolutely should have been one episode. Like it just wasn't worth it. Brittany said, "Nikki, did you see Raven's interview with Nick Val? It's 2 hours long, but the TikTok clip summarized it. SK was a mess." Yes, I did. We're going to talk about that as well. Miss Gigi said, "I guess they listen to us because it looks like season 4 has more melanated presentation." I will say this: everybody that we are going to talk about may not make it to the show. They may not make a connection. So don't get your hopes up. Love Like You Are said, "I'm hoping the black women don't go through some bull. Need more love and success." We will see. I think the only black woman that had a successful relationship married a white man. Ciao! Blue Jay said, "Well, if their talent can get a little attention, why not the production who put them on?" The husband brothers better assemble. Listen, it looks like a good season. Let's get into it. So, Love is Blind, After the Altar. I was bored with absolutely all of them. They were not necessary. I did not learn anything new. TikTok had told me everything that was important. And these episodes were just, they just dragged everything out. I would rather the Nick Val interview with Raven than these 3 After the Altars, just because it was just dry, boring, yawning, lazy. Like it just was not interesting. I remember the second episode took me 2 days to get through. That's how boring everything was. And I feel like Netflix, you got to wrangle your talent a little better than this, because your talent has been telling us everything, all the tea. So nobody felt like watching the After the Altars because we already knew everything going into watching this. So it just looked like we were watching something that we should have watched 4 months ago. You know what I mean? I also think they wait so long for After the Altar, and they don't need to. I feel like right after the reunion, we should get an After the Altar. If you want to give us a mystery and wait sometime, wait a week. But why are you waiting like 2 freaking months to give us After the Altar when we have all moved on to different kind of shows? It's just so weird how Love is Blind is set up. I think Love is Blind is still set up like it's the beginning of the pandemic. It's not. We outside, unfortunately. We outside with no cure in sight. But like that's the reality of where we're at now. And I just feel like they just need to wrap it up because it's boring at this point, and y'all taking too long to get to the tea. TikTok and Nick Val is eating y'all up. What are you doing? How they beating you at your own show? Something is wrong. Something is not right. Let's get into Alexa and Brendan. I don't have their photos. Why? I don't care. They are the only couple that seems to be married this episode. Brendan and Alexa are annoying. I hate to say it. They have this superiority complex. And even Alexa was just like, should we start giving marriage advice? Alexa, I hate this for you, right? Because I feel like you're going to have egg on your face. I really, really do. I feel like you and Brendan, because your relationship has been successful and no hiccups, right? I think because of that, um, you both are acting like y'all are not only better than the other couples, but that you're in this position to lord over everybody. Because why the hell is Brendan mad at Cole? I feel like the only reason why he was mad at Cole is because Alexa is mad at Cole. And the only reason why Alexa is mad at Cole is because Zenab is Alexa's girl. So she's going to be mad at him. And now Brendan is mad at Cole. He had a whole sit down with Cole and he was just like, I didn't like what you were doing, man. Mind your business. That relationship got nothing to do with you. Let's be real. None of us knows the truth of what happened in that relationship between Zenab and Cole. They both have two totally different interpretations of what the relationship was, and we got an edited version. So nobody knows what is the truth of that relationship. So I don't know why Brendan has such a bone to pick with Cole when nobody knows what really happened in that relationship. I'm telling you, the Lord was watching that relationship and he was confused. He don't know who to side with either, because like this relationship just makes no sense. Every time they both come out with a story, it's just such the opposite of what we saw. I feel like I'm going crazy when they talk about their relationship. I'm just like, that didn't happen. That didn't happen. Well, you know what? Maybe it did. It's confusing. So I don't understand what Brendan's issue is. And I hate to say it, I don't want this relationship to break up. I don't want them to have any issues. But I feel like because you two got your chest puffed up and y'all acting like that y'all the best thing that ever happened to Love is Blind, y'all acting like y'all are the reason why this season was doing so well, and y'all just have this over inflated sense of self. And I just feel like karma is going to humble you. And I hate that for you. I hate for y'all to be humble, but you probably are going to be humble because of how you are acting and treating everybody else. Now, your relationship is still fairly new, right? And y'all don't have hiccups in your relationship because Brendan does not pose I won't say a threat, but he doesn't cause a rift in the relationship. Here is why. He knows that he married up when he married Alexa, right? Brendan knows that, let's be real, he got a gorgeous woman who comes from wealth. And he's not going to mess that up. So whatever she says, he does, right? What she tells him to wear, he wears. What she tells him to eat, he eats. What she tells him to think, he thinks, right? So he doesn't have an identity anymore. The Brendan that we met is not the same guy. We don't know who this is. Brendan is basically Alexa in a jockstrap. Let's be real. He has no mind outside of what Alexa tells him to do. And I think that's attractive for her right now. But I feel like later on down the line, she's going to be frustrated with this parrot she calls a husband. And I don't mean to be harsh, but y'all walking around like y'all so special and mistreating people because y'all got it. Now you're at the point where y'all can give marriage advice. Excuse me? You proposed to your wife through a curtain. Sit down. Sit down. Like y'all are not that special. Colleen and Alabaster Ike Turner. The only thing I want to say about this is keep Colleen in your prayers. Colleen, you keep on saying that this is a good relationship, but sis, at this whole all 3 episodes, you were looking like you were held captive. Like, what do you want the audience to think? Like, you have to watch this back. And you got to be real with yourself. You got to be like, you know what? I do look like he kidnapped me. I do look like he's holding me at gunpoint. You have to say that because that's the only thing that makes sense at this point. Like I'm watching this and I'm like, girl, what do you want us to say? This is scary. This relationship looks scary. And I feel like the best thing that has happened for you right now is the fact that he got a horny dog and that's keeping you from moving into his place. I honestly feel like you're using that as an excuse because you don't want to move in with him yet. Listen. I'm here for it. Whatever you got to say it, right? Your dog's too horny. Your apartment's too small. I don't want to travel that far. Whatever excuse you got to use it. If that's what keeps you safe, I'm fine with it. I am fine with it. Let's talk about Bart and Nancy. In the beginning, Nancy got on my nerves. I just didn't write any notes for her because I was so annoyed. I will say this. I love her family. I love how they have her back. I love how they ride for her. And I love how they would not get their foot off of Bartice's neck. I absolutely love that she has a family like that in her corner, because I think somebody like Nancy needs, people who are, full of rage and wisdom, because she just does not have that, right? I'm not saying that she's dumb. I just think that she's very naive. And it's great that she has a family like that to protect her. So in the beginning, I was annoyed with Nancy because I'm trying to be friends with him. And I know my family has hate against you, but I don't have hate. Why does your family hate him? Right? Or why do they strongly dislike him? What could he have possibly done to make them feel that way? Girl, let's not play in our faces, right? But at the end, she got to the point where she was just like, I don't want to be your friend. And I'm glad that she shut down that communication with him, because I felt like Bert would have kept the lines of communication open with her, because he wanted to financially abuse her. I can absolutely see him asking her for money, Nancy being reluctant, him coming and giving her some biracial peen, and then Nancy giving him the money that he wants. So I'm glad that she cut that relationship off and said, I don't even want to be your friend. Good for her. I'm glad that she protected herself, because he would have financially abused her. Raven and SK. So SK is extremely diabolical. All this stuff he was doing. Like, why would you go through all this pomp and circumstance to propose to this woman, knowing good and well that you are knee deep in wide back alabaster coochie? What are you doing? What are you doing? Banging every wide back alabaster woman that Texas could find, and in LA. But you're proposing to this woman? Evil. Now, in the beginning, y'all, I thought they were both trying to get the bag, so I did not hate on it. But after watching Raven's interview and watching her on this show, how that girl was heartbroken and felt so stupid for trusting him, SK, terrible look for you. All the while acting like they're in such a great place and he's this great guy, knowing that you are out there in them streets. And laying with this woman. Listen, cheating, of course, is evil, right? Diabolical. But also to lay with multiple partners while not expressing to one of your partners that you are doing that, right? So we don't know if they were, if the sex was protected or not. But it's just like she's unaware that he's sleeping with all of these people. She's unaware. She's thinking that her man is in school. She's hyping him up, telling everybody she's so proud of him, and he is sleeping with all of these people. I don't even know if he's in school. I wouldn't put it past him. He's probably a waiter at Chipotle, not even in school. I would not put it past him to lie about that. Like, you just can't believe nothing this man said. Poor girl. She absolutely deserves better. Cole and Zenab. Cole, I wouldn't have said nothing to that woman. I wouldn't have said nothing to her. I would not have said one word to her, because Zenab, I don't understand why you still mad. You got your revenge. You embarrassed that man, not only on his show, in front of his friends and family, and in front of your friends and family. You set him up, because there's no way that your bridesmaids and your side of the invitees were not aware that you were going to give this speech, because why in the hell did they applaud you like you just gave an 8-hour woman speech? You are not Sojourner Truth. Sit down. So you got your revenge on the dude. You humble him. You embarrass him. You got your lick back. Why are you still sitting in this position where you're just like, I'm not going to say anything to him. If he sees me, he better make his way to me. Baby, if he sees you and he makes his way to you, if I were you, I would have ducked and dodged, because I would have been expecting to get both of my eyes black from the way I embarrassed him. I just could not believe that she was going around like, he sees me. Girl, I would have been scared. But anyway, he finally makes his way over to her. He's just like, we should talk. Bad, wrong move. They went down the wrong road, because as soon as they sat down, neither one of them agreed on what happened. Zenab kept on saying, if that's what you think what happened, Cole, but that's not, but if that's what you, and then Cole is like, well, what happened? Because I do think that this is what happened, but you're telling me that this is what happened, and I do not agree. So they just ended up sitting down. Cole's trying to make peace. Zenab is not here for it. He's saying one thing, she's saying another, and they ended up worse than where they were at. So they're just never going to have peace because these two cannot agree on the truth, unfortunately. Unfortunately. What else do I want to say about them? Yeah, that's it. I just can't believe that Zenab is still mad at Cole. It makes absolutely no sense. What do you guys have to think? What do you guys think? I want to talk to you guys a bit about your thoughts on After the Altar, and then we will meet the new cast of Married at First Sight season 4. We got that one. Blue Jay said, I mean, if the tea got on social media and everyone knows, I can see why Love is Blind did After the Altar. Get a piece of the action. Sorry if that doesn't make sense. I agree with that, right? But I feel like they had all of the... Mom. I feel like they had all of this and they just sat on it. But they did the same thing with Love is Blind season 2. Yeah. They wait forever to do After the Altar. And I'm like, you guys wait so long, nobody cares anymore. They waited so long. And it's just like, if you are just doing this in response to social media, why waste our time with this stale tea? Yeah. Like, none of it made sense. Lauren said, Brennan got on my nerves. He was looking for an argument with Cole. And Cole wasn't. Cole just really wanted to know what was his issue with him. And Brennan could not say it because he didn't have one. Everything that he said that what his issue was with Cole was being parroted by Alexa. So everything, he was parroting what Alexa had probably told him. Like, he don't have no issue with him. Miss Gigi88 said, I watched Carlos King interview with Derek and Monique. They got their own On the Run tour, just like Jay-Z and Beyonce, because that's who they are.
No, they don't got their own. Where they at?
Because we know you want to see them. Samantha said, hey, Nikki, I'm so excited for this live. Hey, Samantha, thank you for being here. Alicia said she always looks scared. Always. And then she cusses everybody out on social media. It's just like, I'm safe. He's not harming me. Well, you got to work on your face because you have resting, kidnapped face. Like, you always look like you're being kidnapped at gunpoint. But you only look like that when you're with Matt.
Oh, I was going to say, because you ain't talking about Monique.
No, I'm talking about, this is Love is Blind. Oh, I had not heard that in years. Soft at it.
What?
I'm talking to the Star family. Pay attention, Mom. Midwife K said, I can't with Bartiz. Perfect match made me dislike him even more. Oh, he's the worst. He's the worst. Lauren said, I never want to see Bartiz on my TV screen again. He's also horrible on Perfect Match. And that horrible hair. He is literally burnt.
Ain't they sending him home?
They always send him home. He keep on coming back. Like a yeast infection. Some people say Nancy is definitely still talking to him. I hope not. Priscilla said, for Bartiz to look like that, acting the way he does, is because he's biracial. That's what it is. And he's a specific biracial. Y'all know the makeup that get on everybody's. I hate to say it, but whoo! Fifi said, what reason do you have to be friends with a man who told you to your face he thinks other women are his type and she isn't? Well, yeah, he wanted to be friends with her because of what she can give him financially. And I will say that's not on Bert, right? Because Nancy set that up. She had that financial conversation with him because she wanted to let him know how much money he would make by being with her. She did that because she knew that he was not attracted to her. So she set up the relationship to be like that. Thank you, Tony. Tony said, hit that thumbs up. Let's get the chat to 100 likes. Thank you, Tony. Miss Gigi said, SK disappointed me. I thought he was better than that. Me too. He fooled us all. BB said, SK making us Nigerians look bad. My mom was like, he is a Yoruba man. I'm like, Mama, no, don't say that. Oh, my goodness. OMG. Oh, basically, NTR, all the women that SK was cheating with was making TikToks about him cheating with them. And they were, one girl was posting their trip that they recently had. It was like a group trip, him and all his friends. So his friends sitting up there acting like Raven is such a good catch. You was on a trip with SK when he was with the mistress, one of the many mistresses. Just horrible. Horrible all around.
Did she leave him?
Yes, she did. Miss Kaija Soze said he looked like he was from the streets when he was doodling on that notepad to me. Lauren said when Raven said he was in Mexico with the other girl the week before they went, and he acted like he had never been before, was crazy. Yeah, diabolical. Jasmine said, who told SK to be on the show and to get re-engaged? I wonder if there was a plan with other people. Well, remember, if you guys watch the TikTok videos, the girl who he went on the vacation with was sharing screenshots where he was telling her that all of this is fake. This is just for the show. This is just for him to get exposure. Like none of this is real. So he's saying that to her back and forth, but then she's believing him, and then she sees him move in with Raven, and she's just like, wait a minute. If this is fake, why are you still living with her and the show was over? What's going on? She didn't know he was engaged. Fifi said, imagine taking your man to meet your mom, which is something you don't take lightly, and he does all this BS and had no idea. Imagine his mother. His mother loved Raven. There's no way she's not disappointed. Some people said Cole wasn't a saint, but he definitely wasn't that bad, at least from what we saw. Tony said, love it, fam. We're at 36. Let's continue to smash that like button to get to 100. Let's go. Thank you, Tony. Teresa G said she got Cole twice. That reunion was brutal on him. I forgot about that. You are right. Miss Jaw should have never joked last week about losing power. Lost a window, three trees and power for 4 days. Teresa, where you at? Where are you at? Oh, Mom, your shoes are cute.
Thank you,
Did you just get them?
Yeah.
Oh, they're cute.
But you ain't got to tell the star thing.
No, because you like y'all love a little sparkle. My influence. Blue Jay said, it sounds like gaslighting. Plus, I wouldn't play with the white man and his emotions. You don't know how well people take embarrassment. Miss Brown Sugar said, and actually, I think the way they did the tapings are sus. The reunion and after the altar were very close together. But why did they take forever to release them? Samantha said, Xanax Zaynab is still crazy and delusional. SK hid his F-boy ways very well, which is very scary. Very, very scary. One, that he was able to hide it so flawlessly, and two, that he was able to so easily lie like that. And it's like, these are big lies. And this is someone that not only you say that you love, but you get engaged to them, and you are having sex with them and cohabitating with them in a home. Like, that's weird. That's very, very scary. Very, very scary. Oh, goodness. So Stuff said, nothing like a Yoruba demon. Roselle says, so glad to catch a little bit of this live on my very late lunch break. Life of a retail manager. Oh, my heart is with you. My heart is with you, Roselle. Some people said every Nigerian woman I knew said they didn't trust him even during the show. I will say, y'all were calling him out, and I was like, oh, don't do him like that. Y'all are right. Midwife said, oh, SK sounded like he could have been on Married at First Sight Australia. The cheating scandals. That's why I got to watch that show. So Steph said, I just broke up with a Yoruba man in October. He ran my blood pressure up. Child, SK, you're not doing the Yoruba men justice. Fifi said his trifling A sent the same picture to his side chicks and Raven. Just dumb. Deborah said SK likes Alabaster exclusively, so his actions aren't very surprising, but they are very unnecessary. Just go ski on the white slopes in peace and leave Raven alone. Because listen, I'm not saying that the women that SK were with were not, women who were not tender-eyed, but I will say that Raven was clearing them girls. Raven was clearing them girls. So he had to be looking for pure white, because there's no way. There is no, like, clearing them girls. Child, I keep on telling the preference. It's not better for you. Eva said, Nikki, I've been fighting for my life in a rewatch game. LOL. Finally made alive. Thank you for being here, Eva. BB Girl said when SK said dad had multiple wives. My mom said, I bet he has multiple girlfriends. Wow. Also, it's not unusual for Nigerian men to have multiple wives. It is unusual. Is it normal for them to have multiple relationships and a woman not know? Priscilla said, and SK admitted to Raven's face that he wasn't even attracted to her. Child, now we know why. Hey, Shanae, thank you for being here. Fifi said there are two types of F-boys, the one who make it obvious and the ones who are the nice guys. Yes, and manipulate and love bomb women. That's exactly what he did. Blue Jay said, I'm happy Raven got out early because SK would definitely be a Rolling Stone. Wherever he lays his hat is his new home. Very true. Teresa said, what do the 90 Day Fiancé geriatric wives call the young Nigerian men? Oh, I don't know. Oh, wow. Wow. Let's get into the new cast of Love is Blind season 4. We're going to first start off with Amber. Amber is 34, flight attendant, and her deal breaker is a man who can't pick up his socks. Okay, Amber, we got a little thick queen in the building. Age appropriate, which makes her believable that she really wants this. We will see. Next up is Bill. He's 33, real estate investor, and warning, he broke up with someone who doesn't floss. Okay. He's a cutie though. Bill's a cutie. Next up we have Ava. Ava is 32. I love that everybody's in their 30s. Ava is 32, communication specialist, looking for someone to build a family with who's both cheeky and empathetic. She looks very sweet. I hope she does not get an F-boy. She looks very sweet. Next up, we have April. Stunning. Stunning. April is 29, sales and marketing coordinator, and why she thinks she's single. She's bratty and emotional. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. I was not expecting that. Oh, April, please don't be problematic. We're rooting for you. Next, we have Bliss. Stunning. Giving an old 1960s kind of vibe. Bliss is 33. Her career is senior program manager. Warning, she hits the snooze button multiple times every morning. And this is from Variety. They picked out little things to say about each person. One thing I want to say about this that I love is that so far everybody has really great jobs, right? I feel like they're age appropriate and they have really good jobs. So this makes sense, right? I'm in it. It's not like The Bachelor where the person is like 19 and, you know, their job is penguin wrangler. You know what I mean? Like these jobs are making sense with the age. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Next up, we have Chelsea. Chelsea, rude. Chelsea is 31. She's a pediatric speech language pathologist, and she's hoping for someone spicy, sexy, and with good morals. All right. All right. Next up, we have Brett. He's a cutie. Brett is a cutie. I'm hoping good things for him. Hold on. Let me find Brett. Here we go. Brett is 36, design director, and he's attracted to independence. That could be read several ways, Brett, but we will go on. Next up, we have Brandy. I love this dress. I hate the middle. Or maybe it's a top and a skirt. I hate this belt and I hate this string. No, I don't hate. That's a strong word. I don't like the string and I don't like the belt. But it's cute. Mama. Brandy is 39. Oh, work. That's a good alabaster 39. Amber is Brandy is 39. She is a real estate broker. Why she's single? My picker is broken. Yeah, a lot of women say that. Mom. Next up we have Chris, And my mom was not talking about Brandy. She was talking about a family member. It's even worse.
Oh,
Next up, we have Chris. He's 32. His career is technical recruiter. Why he's single? Option paralysis. What does that mean? What does that mean? I hope you're not problematic, but you know what? This velour medium blazer gives problematic. We will see. We will see. Next up is Connor. Connor is 28. He's an operations manager. Warning, he falls hard and fast. I don't know if he's wearing Air Force Ones or Deacon shoes. Either way, this is a look. This is a look. Hey, Irina. Irina, stunning, 26. She is a business owner. Okay. Advice for her partner, buckle up. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Oh, 26 business owner, buckle up. Okay. Next up, we have Jack. Jack is 30. He's in software sales. His perfect match, a woman who will be a good mom. So Jack is ready. Jack is ready. Jack is ready. Speaking of Jack, let's get to Jacquelina. Jacquelina is 27. She is a certified dentist assistant. And what her partner must know, she refuses to tone down her attitude. That could be good or bad. We will see. We will see. But pretty, I'm loving it here. Jimmy is 29. His career is technical product manager. He is looking for passion and consistency. Okay, Jimmy. It's a cutie. Speaking of cuties, hey Josh, I'm loving this suit. I love when a man works color. Like a colored suit. I love it. This is Josh. He is 31. His career is project engineer. His one rule, no liars allowed. Okay. All right. Next up, we have Juan. What is he Afro-Latino? You know what? He probably African American. We just be giving names out. Juan is 30. His career is mortgage loan officer. He hopes for a true partner to build a life with. We will see, Juan. We will see. Next up is Kasia, a beauty. She is 31. Her career is family support specialist. So nanny, is she a nanny? She's looking for mental stimulation. So she wants a smart king. All right. Next up, we have Josh. Josh is, wait a minute, I think I got to find, did I pass Josh already? Here we go. Josh S., also known as JP. He's 30. His career is a plant operations director. Best quality, he's a caregiver whose partner's happiness comes first. Okay. I feel like JP is going to be a problem, but we'll see. This is just off the look. This is just off the look. Hey, next up we have Kendra. Kendra is 33. She's a social worker. Her pet peeves are being late and needing a prompt to say how you feel. She's already given me, she don't take no mess. So she's going to be very direct with her man. If they get picked, this is the thing, guys. We don't know if any of these people will get picked. This right here is Marsh. Marsh is Marsh to start off with. Marsh is cousins with Justin from The Bachelorette. You know, the one that told that the one, he lives in Baltimore, and that black girl gave up everything to go be with him after she dumped Rodney, and he was like, I'm not interested, and the CNI dog could have told her that. This is Marsh, also known as Marshall. He's 27. His career is marketing manager. What he's working on, accepting that no one's perfect. You got to do your family justice, because Justin didn't. What's up, Kwame? Kwame, where's Kwame? Kwame, he's 33. His career is sales development manager. He is looking for a sense of humor and someone who matches his energy. Okay. Great smile. Next up, we have Molly. Molly is 32. Her career, marriage and family therapist. Must know she's very independent and always late. Girl, thank God they don't match you with Ken. Hey, Micah. Micah is 27. She's a marketing manager. Her worst habits, overthinking and romanticizing. Same. Same. Next up, we have Paul. Got a good little batch of hair. Paul is 29, career environment scientist. And the key to his heart is finding happiness in small things. Very generic. Very generic, but we'll see. Monica, cutie. I feel like everybody got their outfits from Fashion Nova. Monica is 31. Her career is elementary school teacher. You know what? I could tell by them block heels. Fun fact, bad breath is a deal breaker. Same. Next up, we have Quincy. Quincy is, oh, he just had to show us that Gucci belt. Child, already a problem. Quincy is 36. His career, gym owner and fitness coach. Oh, he gonna be the one. Why he's single, according to friends, he's a perfectionist. Yep. Yep. Please don't pick a sister. No shade. No shade. We've been through enough on this show. No shade. Nuh-uh, Quincy. Leave us alone. Next up, we have Rylan. Rylan is 29. His career is commercial insurance and real estate. Key to his heart, good food and good loving. Rylan, you look like you got coin. You look like you got coin. Good for whoever he matches with. Next up, we have Tiffany giving us BET realness. Tiffany is 37, career client lead recruiter. And I mean like BET executive. Her career is client lead recruiter. She is looking for someone who can make her feel special. Girl, pick Rylan. He look like he got some money. But you know what? Love too. Love too. Love is important. Next up, we have Zach, who I thought was one of the Property Brothers. Doesn't he get Property Brothers? Like a bite-sized Property Brother? He is 31. His career is criminal defense attorney. Absolutely not. Moment of truth, he was once a recreational arguer. Oh, God. Next up, we have Wendy. Oh, she's adorable. She's giving very 1950s rockabilly. I hope that's I'm saying that right. Wendy is 28. Her career, aerospace engineer. Fun fact, she makes her bed every morning and is looking for a best friend. Wendy, I feel like you're going to pick a white man that's going to put you through hell. I'm hoping the best for you, sis. I'm hoping the best for you. So that is everybody who will be on the new season of Love is Blind, who has been cast to be on the new season of Love is Blind season 4. Here's the thing. They all may film, but if they don't have a match out of the pod, then we do not see these people anymore. So this is the cast, but this may not be everybody that we see on the season. So what do you think after watching the trailer, which I cannot show you guys because, you know, copyright. So what do you guys think? What do you guys think? I'm Awake said so far, no models, dancers, personal trainers. We got one. Bottle girls, boys. This could be a great season. Netflix is getting serious. I think so too. They got people, age appropriate, real jobs. You know what I mean? Like, it looks like these people are at the time in their life where it makes sense for them to settle down. So I believe we may finally have a successful season. Deborah says, Josh JP looks like a youth pastor at Hillsong. He does. Hold on, let me bring him up. Let me bring up JP. I got Josh D. Where's JP? But he looks like a youth pastor at a black church that's trying to go multicultural. You know where they got to start. Deborah also said most guys who say they want someone with a sense of humor want to be able to roast you constantly. Yep, and then get mad when you roast back better. Very. And I don't know if this is a show, if they, if Charlotte Russe provided them clothing and they used this for the promos, or if it was Fashion Nova. But something is off. I feel like for you guys to have these jobs, why did all of y'all shop at the same place? I think this is the costume department for the show. I don't think they would pick those outfits. Like Ken, where's she at? Kendra, I don't think she would have picked this. I do not think she would have picked this. They picked this for her. And Molly don't give me that she's a pink girl. I don't think that she's ever worn a bodycon dress. I just don't see it. Now, Micah, this is out of Micah's closet, okay? This is her favorite little number. But everybody else, I'm like, nah, they picked these outfits for them. Miss GG88 said all these brothers will pick non-melanated women, but I'm excited to watch. I feel like that may happen, and the one that we don't want to pick us will pick us. It's always that one where we're like, no, that's okay. Blue Jay said, I feel like it's a setup. There is too many potential good options. We are going to fall. Now that would be good TV because it looks like we could get some really good matches out of this season. Oh, for Kia Love said, I'm not watching, but I watch your review. Thank you. Empress said, more black men and not enough black women. Guys, I will say this about these reality TV shows. Black women are not signing up on these shows to be embarrassed. Like black women are just not doing it. I'm telling you right now, when it comes to these castings, we can say that they're not looking for enough black women, but I'm telling you, they're not showing up to this stuff. Black women be like, oh, they're not embarrassing me. For how much? Absolutely not. Get somebody else to do it. Fifi said, I don't get why some people don't want to look their best when coming on national TV. I think this is the costume department, guys. I don't think that they chose these outfits, except for Micah. Eva said, Rylan reminds me of Bennett from Tay Tay season. I did see a little bit of Bennett in Rylan. Hold on. Where is he at? Child, there's so many of them. Where's Rylan? That's one. Where is Rylan? There he is. He does give me Bennett. He does. And it seems like he got some hips on him. Cute. He probably caked up. Oh, Tony said, I have zero hopes for these people. I have hope. I think they got some, I don't know if it's because of age and the jobs, but I feel like we might have some success. Either two things is going to happen. Either this season is going to be their most successful season, or this is going to be one of their messiest. It's only two ways it can go. Only two ways that it can go. Midwife said, nah, Quincy want us to know that's really his Gucci belt. Because there was no reason for us to see that belt. And then he pulls it over on one side. I'm like, he is stuck in the 90s. Stuck in the 90s. Drewski said, I also think black women know that they are often not going to be picked. So why do that to themselves? Yeah, I'm serious. As someone who has worked in front of and behind the camera for reality TV, black women are just not showing up to this stuff. It is very hard. I remember I was helping my friend cast a show. I was having to go through my Rolodex, and all the sisters was just like, no, Nikki. For how much? Girl, don't call me for this mess. Like, black women are just not signing up to make a fool of themselves for little to no money. Good for us, but I'm telling you, that's what's happening. Racism, of course, but they get a lot more no's from black women than anybody else. Tony said, OMG, he looks like Stephen Furtick. Who the hell? AI said, maybe people will swap partners. Don't know if it's allowed, but maybe a little shake up. Listen, we've had worse. BB said, Rylan is the most millennial name. Absolutely. Deborah I said, looks like they gave them a whole house this season. Netflix wants to improve their success rate. They do. And it's time for them to switch it up because it has not been successful for a long time. Anyway, Star Family, let me wrap it up. Mama got rehearsal. Tracy said, shout out to the NikkiStar replay gang. Thanks for watching. Please remember to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and share the channel to your social media. Thank you all so much, Star Family, for joining me. Please check out my next 2 lives for tomorrow. One at 12 is going to be, you know what? Let me stop lying. I got one at 12 and I got one at 2. One is about all the stuff going on in Bravo, especially Vanderpump Rules. And another is our first pop culture live ever. We're finally going to do it. This is the thing. There's a lot of things happening, and the only pop culture stuff that I'm going to talk about is stuff that I can make comedic. I'm not going to talk about the like murders and things of that nature. This is a channel where we do talk about a lot of stuff, but the partner to this channel is also comedy. Like, I want you to have a good time. I want us to laugh. If I can't make jokes about people who were slaughtered. So I'm not going to talk about those 4 people who lost their 2 of the people who lost their lives in Mexico, and one is still in the hospital, and another one has finally come out of the hospital. I'm not going to talk about that. I'm not going to do. You guys know that I've changed, my whole thinking on true crime and viewing it and talking about it. So I'm just not going to do those things. I'm going to talk about stuff that we could, that we can have a good kiki about. Yeah, that's just where we're going. And also, can we be real? I feel like they weren't going to Mexico for BBL. Maybe it's just the Philadelphia woman in me. But yeah, I'm just not going to have that conversation. But it's just going to be pop culture topics that we can, get enlightened from, and also have a good kiki with. So that's what's happening tomorrow, and that's where we're going with our pop culture with our pop culture news. Brittany said, just got here, but about to hit the replay, about to replay the F out of this video. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. And thank you again, Star Family, for joining me. Please make sure you like this video, share if you care, subscribe if you haven't. This, when you subscribe, it also helps you know when I'm going to post something. Please hit that notification bell so you can be notified as soon as I load a video or set up a live. All right. Love you so much, Star Family. See you tomorrow for something else. Bye. Mwah. Come on out of the room, but give me